Begin broadcast.
Begin that booty.
Get this link again. First of all, let's see if the link we posted around earlier even worked. Let me test that out. It's the same link. Yeah, it's the same link. Hell yeah, it worked.
Hell yeah, brother.
Whoop.
Oh my god, it's so awkward. I feel bad for all the people that have to listen to my voice for like 2 hours straight, y'all. Oh my god, that sounds wild.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Hoop hoop. Papa already knows I got the hoops on. He can't even see us. Tee.
Whoop whoop. Bizarre 17. Low Solid TV. Nate Polo. Papa Hoop Hoop. Andrew Martz. Whoop whoop whoop. A Little Ninja. What's up, man? Whoop whoop. Shouts out to the Alienated.
You're way more cheesy than me.
Who's cheesy?
You are.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, then just said my cheesy G's, but I'm like, you the one that's cheesy though.
Oh shit, I don't have the full gimmick on. There we go. Alright. Link.
Cheesy housey.
So the link has been posted most places, but I'm going to put it on Instagram and Facebook again with this cool new picture of us. By the way, taking this picture has become quite the fucking ordeal.
It's fucking annoying.
It is.
It's fucking annoying.
Live now on YouTube.
You want to put our faces on there?
Humble, I'm on. I guess we can put our faces on here now.
Or no.
Or now. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, it just did the clip thing. I just saw it do it.
Maybe it's just because you were switching.
So we updated
no,
OBS.
I didn't even see it when you changed it, and you could see it before. So
I updated OBS, and it looked like when I was setting stuff up, it was not doing the clip thing anymore. But
it didn't do it.
Okay, it's not doing it. I got so paranoid because I thought I saw it.
Oh, it's the year of the rabbit for real, for real.
Live now, Humble on YouTube.
A grilled cheese to go.
Shouts out to the year of the rabbit. Shouts out to Papa. I knew Papa brought that up.
A grilled cheese sounds so fucking good right now. I want grilled cheese and tomato soup. That sounds good.
And we'll put that shit on Twitter, and then we'll get this show on the road. Oh, Ouija in some white bedroom gimmick. Going pew pew. Look at that.
Is that a Hello Kitty gun?
Yo, it is a Hello Kitty gun. Yo, he shot Hello Kitty.
Oh, come
on,
bro. What?
No, it's Hello Kitty sitting on a gun.
That's amazing.
Sitting on a Glock 17, perhaps.
That's amazing.
And a new clip. It looks like, yo, go to goddamn Instagram. It looks like Ouija posted perhaps another clip on Instagram there. Twitter. Okay. Live now. There's the link.
Hell yeah, Little Ninja just gave me a grilled cheese, extra cheese.
A grilled cheese in the chat? Yeah.
It's blurry now.
Is it? No. It's fixing it. It's fixing it. Slowly.
I can see y'all.
Might have to update this damn camera gimmick. I was talking about that a little bit before we went live. Might be time to update this camera gimmick. Let's see. Let's start with the mukbang. Mukbang. What was that?
A scarecrow, and it scared me.
That scarecrow that lady at the yard sale gave to me.
So, Firework Faygo sports drink.
Definitely made us think of Firework Faygo. It's Prime. Where did we get this? Aldi? Target. Prime lemon lime. So, just some random fucking sports drink that we're trying tonight. And we got a couple of snacks we're going to try too. I think we should do those wagon wheel gimmicks.
Alright.
And see if that much that tastes like Firework Faygo, though.
It tastes like Firework.
Ooh. That tastes like a melted popsicle.
It tastes like Firework Faygo for sure.
That straight up tastes like a melted lemon lime popsicle.
I like it.
I don't know. That was so strong, I'm having trouble even figuring out what that tastes like.
Well, this tastes like
It
fireworks.
doesn't
Faygo.
taste that much like firework Faygo to me, but it just was like a punch in the face with that lemon
It tastes
lime.
like firework.
Not that great to me. That's fucking, I don't know. That's kind of gross to me. I'm going to end up drinking more on the stream, though, I'm sure.
Now we go on to have to rock me, mama, like a wagon.
Let's just go right into the big announcement. Juggalo Day.
Stop it.
Juggalo weekend.
Stop it.
Tickets going on sale real soon.
Lies and alibis.
If y'all didn't see the big announcement, here it is. Don't
Somebody
listen to me.
shared it and it was like, "Is this real? Is this real?"
I'm only gonna leave this up for an extended amount of time in the hopes that more gullible Juggalo YouTubers maybe pick up on this. Shouts out to me though. I shouldn't talk too much shit because we were tricked into thinking that a meme image was a fucking real one on a live
My
stream
best friends
for
are
a little
here.
bit.
Little Taffy and Whoopconda.
I want to show you this.
Stop it.
Have you seen that
Yes,
yet?
I've seen about 400 times.
So I had to show this. I know this is probably played the fuck out at this
Ew.
point. Shouts out to Wednesday getting a season 2. This is old news as well, but I had no fucking idea. This is a new image, I think. This is the mugshot of King Cobra JFS. Oh, by the way, M's doing a mukbang over here, and I'm fucking ignoring it. That's the wagon wheel. Not feeling it.
Wagon wheel.
It's a British candy, I think. Ooh, it's like... The cracker's like already stale almost, tasting.
I think that's how British people like it.
Yuck. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it.
Wow.
Not feeling either of these snacks so far. We got some gummies that maybe can...
Reindeer poops.
Yeah, the reindeer poops that might cleanse the palate there.
Rock me, mama, like a wagon
So-
wheel.
King Cobra, though, got arrested on Christmas. I had no fucking clue about this. Did some King Cobra catching up on YouTube today, and yeah, this motherfucker is quite the character, man. I just wanted to share the fucking mugshot, though. He's getting made fun of for his peanut-shaped head. We're not gonna bully him too much and shit, but man, the legend grows of King Cobra. It continues to grow. Shouts out to Joe Bob Briggs doing some good for Christmas, not getting arrested on Christmas. Raised 208. It's doing that thing. It's doing the thing. Is it glitching out for us?
No.
It's not?
No.
Oh, at least it's only doing it in OBS now. For us apparently. Joe Bob's Ghoul Tide Get Together though raised $208,000 and $208,873.09. That's 420% more than they raised in 2020 and 30% increase over what they did last year. So ringing in the festivities with some good. They do these auctions of various items throughout the show. If you're not familiar with the Joe Bob last drive-in shows there. So here's another. Before we get too far into it, I'm going to dive into my other notes, but here's another poster of that Arya Stir, Be Was Afraid. So I showed you the one where it was Joaquin, I think it, just the young kid in the other one. And we speculated, like, is that young Joaquin? I think at this point that's pretty obvious it is a young Joaquin because of the, we got a couple of older Joaquins here.
That's like that Snapchat filter where you like put your face in it, but it makes a baby, regular person, and a grandma.
We're going to get more into the movie stuff. That'll be my bookmark for the images for now. Let me get into the notes here and shit. So the Vermont Hip Hop Awards will be going down. That's very scene specific to local around here. Shouts out to Justin Boland doing the Vermont Hip Hop Awards. It's like a very inside award system. There's like, I think 130 people this year that are all sending in their ballots. I think I have to send in my ballot before midnight. I'm just probably going to nominate me and Kosuke a whole bunch of fucking times. Shouts out to anyone who nominates me and Kosuke though for that shit. Much appreciated. I have seen a couple of people nominate us for the Replicon Awards. So thank you to Woody Woo and I think Don Chaos and Gibby Stites, all nominating us on the Facebook there for Replicon Awards. Much appreciated. Hopefully, I get on that list this year. That would be pretty cool. But I have to say, I don't really care about any awards this year, except for one award show, and that's the Humble Among Awards. It's the second year we're going to be doing the Humble Among Awards on here.
I better get an award.
I think you might. I think you might.
I better.
I think you might. Do you remember what we did last year?
I remember doing it, but I don't remember.
Well, tune in again for the Humble Among Awards. We're going to be handing out awards to...
Do I get a present?
Yes, I think. You'll see. And I like that you don't even remember what we did.
I don't remember at all.
Thanks to Team MUJ for having me on last night. Me and my homie Kosuke popped on. Kosuke popped on in the end there. That was really fun. Darby and Dev were on there too. Strife popped on there. Bridget was on there. Yeah, it was a lot of fucking fun, man. We popped off to watch some GCW shit. That's why Kosuke even came over in the first place, was to hang out and watch GCW. That was an weird GCW show. There was no deathmatch shit. I don't think. We missed like the first match and a half, 2 matches maybe or something. There was no blood on the ring though when we turned on the show, and I don't think they did any blood. Like they had the doors and shit for Nick Gage's match.
Yeah,
but there was no deathmatch shit. GCW definitely moving away.
But a lot of the
from
intros, the intros were like a tease because there was like clips of death matches in everybody's intro, and I was like, oh, is it about to be juicy? And then it wasn't.
Yeah. It was interesting because they did a whole intermission that was 20 minutes, so we thought they were setting up some shit for a death match. Nope, they were not. But yeah, shouts out to Team MUJ once again for having us. Go check out that stream. Mad motherfuckers popped in on that. Let's see, some little news items. Strife was on there talking about his new project coming out next month on the 22nd. He says it's all produced by Dev and Maisie. Yeah, talking about that a little bit on there. Dev and Darby talking about their big record basically being done, and they having more projects, I guess, kind of in the tuck for after the big record drops. Really teasing the stuff that they're doing. They're working, man. Shouts out to Dev and Darby, man. On that stream, there's a lot of talk about the MVP of last year. Who's the MVP? They handed their flowers to Darby. But then, Darby and Strife we're talking about the Dev, being the real MVP. And I want to talk about this a little bit. I wanted to pipe up on the stream last night, but everyone's, it's a multi-person stream, and it's kind of hard to, like, interject your opinion. Yeah, but I wanted to say this last night on the stream, so I figured I'd say it on here. There's one common denominator in so much of this wicked shit that's really popping right now, this new wave of the wicked shit. There's one common denominator in so much of it, and that is Devereaux. You can say it was Ouija's year last year, you can say it was Darby's year last year, but guess what? There's one common denominator in all this shit, and that's Devereaux. So I think Devereaux really is the low-key MVP of last year.
Big facts.
And maybe not as low-key to others, but shouts out to Devereaux, because in that conversation, it really, I was thinking about that, and I wanted to say that on the stream last night, but I never got a chance to kind of pipe up and say that, so I wanted to just get that out here.
5 months.
5 months, a member of the Alienated. Shouts out to all the Alienated in here. I see Maddie all in here tonight.
Lil Ninja's asking for the link to vote for you.
For Replicon isn't over. I don't think voting is open for the public for the Vermont shit. But yeah, you can definitely harass Justin at Vermont Hip Hop if you wanna really piss him off. That'd be pretty fresh. What?
My hands are fucking
Oh, you are kind of cold. I have to finish the rest of that Team MUJ show, but I did see something that came out of that was Jigsaw is going to be doing a cooking show, Dasaw cooking show. Was
I like
teased.
this.
I very much like this. I think that's a very incredibly fresh Juggalo YouTube concept. Looking forward to seeing what he does with that. I think he's already got a first episode in the tuck that he's going to be dropping. Also, he's got a new single that we're going to be talking about when we get more into the music shit. Thuggalo show had on Wicked Wood and Illegal doing a tarot card reading. I've mostly through the Wicked Wood interview. I got to finish that as well. They also premiered a Willow Gates song on there. Shouts out to the Juggalo show. Speaking of new songs, though, let's get... I want to shout out to Kosuke and Odious. Both have new songs that came out. Hose and Tricks, Kosuke's new song, and Odious had a song called Red Dot. I think Odious probably produced both of them shits. Those are the homies. Go check that shit out. All right, we got to the King Cobra shit already. We got to the Wednesday Addams shit. We were talking about wrestling shit, so I'll talk about this real quick. Vince McMahon perhaps returning to WWE just to sell the shit.
Why can't Stephanie sell it?
So that's the thing. I was talking to somebody about this. The way that WWE ownership is divided out, it was revealed, I think, like 3 or 4 years ago in some documents that Vince and Linda, Hunter, and Stephanie all own a certain portion of the company. Now, I don't know if Vince is coming back to sell his portion. Certainly, I don't think Stephanie, Hunter, and Linda are all selling their portions too. Maybe Linda is selling hers with Vince. Very interesting shit, though, going on with that Vince coming back just to sell his shit. Because I think he's basically... and by the way, that's basically him just being dumb. We got some love for Hideous going on in the chat right now, by the way. We're going to be talking a little bit about Hideous later on when we get to the Ouija section of the notes here. Let's see. Sony PlayStation specifically says that their PS5 shortages are over. And that you should be able to find a PlayStation 5 if you're looking for one. I'm still kind of thinking about getting a next generation console, if you will. And I'm leaning more in the Xbox lane of things if I'm probably going to be choosing one or the other. But the fact that PS5s are going to be more available, it's very tempting. Because there are a couple of exclusives on PS5 that I definitely want to check out.
Whoop just said that Vince owns 53%.
So that would be the majority of the company if he sold his whole chunk.
Yeah.
But will he sell the whole chunk or will he hold on to a little baby bit? I don't know, man.
Oh.
I feel like he might still hold on to a little baby bit of that shit.
Cheese House said I got one last month. They are charging for GTA Online.
Say what?
They're charging for GTA Online.
How much are they charging? God damn. What up, Ellie Gal? Man, shouts out to all the Alienated. I love seeing all the green in the chat. That shit is fresh. Smoke. We just smoked right before the stream, homie. 60 a year? Are you fucking shitting me? Yo.
That's whack.
That is kind of whack.
That's fucking whack.
Wow. God damn.
So, like, you buy the game, and then you gotta pay another $60?
Well... GTA Online is its own app now. Am I wrong? Or do you still need to own the game to play that too?
Huh. Interesting.
Just on PS5? Yo. That might be a reason to go Xbox then. So it's not being charged that way on Xbox.
Huh.
But you gotta pay to play on. And that's the other thing. You gotta pay to play online anyway via the Xbox or the PS, right?
Yeah, because don't you gotta pay?
Man, that's so redundant.
To get your like Xbox card or whatever.
Hey, Stony making an appearance. That's so fucking fresh to see you in here.
We've been missing you, mate.
Hope you're doing good, Stony. We love you, dog. People have been asking about you like a motherfucker. Smokey in the chat.
In the chat. Wait.
Put puffs of smoke in the chat, please.
Smokey, are you really going to Ohio next month?
I saw Smokey saying he might be selling his tickets.
Smokey, I'll fucking blow my head off right now on the stream.
Holy shit. All right, we're 18 minutes into the stream and we just had a suicide threat.
You better not fuck with me, Stony. You better go.
If you have a PlayStation Plus, you can play online with no extra charge, Zitro said. I thought they started doing that though. Zitro has a PS5, so I'm gonna take his word over that shit. I could have sworn I thought maybe it's Nintendo I'm thinking started doing it anyway. So they don't. Oh, that's still so whack. They're charging for fucking.
Come to JuggalOhio, Sony.
What the fuck is up, Will Gates? I see you in here, homie. Shouts out to Will Gates. That's the homie right there.
She said it's just.
It's GTA. Just GTA. What a wild model, man.
I have PlayStation 1. My PlayStation 1 blew up many, many years ago, but I used to play Crash Bandicoot. That was the only video game I ever beat, was Crash Bandicoot on PS1.
You like some of the retro games. You're not a big gamer, but you do like certain things.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get on some gamer shit on here a little bit later when we get shit situated in the new setup and whatnot. Stay tuned for that, by the way. Scream Marathon. We marathoned Friday night, like Scream 1 through 3.
Yep.
We were going to attempt doing Scream 1 through 5, but I couldn't find 4 and 5 at the fucking store. I should have just copped the DVDs because they were in the DVD section. I was trying to cop Blu-rays. But turns out 4 is on Netflix. So we're going to do some Netflix diving tonight, probably after this, and attempt to watch Scream 4. I think if it's not too late after this stream. I think I'm going to be up late, but we'll see.
I'm tired.
Yeah, you're tired. You might go sleepy early.
Neither confirm or deny JuggalOhio.
The very elusive
Smoky. I
very elusive
swear to
Stony
fucking
Low.
God, if I gotta walk to Oklahoma and fucking kick you in the butt, I will. Swear to God.
I hope to see you out there, homie. Hope you are out there, dude. That'd be so fresh. Okay, let's get into some horror shit. We already are into horror shit. So Scream. I want to talk a little bit about Scream. We saw Scream 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
The same night. Pretty much back to back. Small little breaks.
Yep.
In between just to like snack and smoke and, you know, whatnot. But we watched all 3 and fucking, it was really strange seeing them shits after all these years. The first one, we noticed all these like little nods between the two killers. Slight spoilers, by the way, if you have never seen Scream. I mean, at this point, it's kind of ridiculous if you haven't seen Scream. But slight spoilers. The Billy and Matthew Lillard's Stu. Those two are like totally winking and almost blowing their fucking cover so many times throughout the movie with their little, especially Stu. Stu almost fucks it up a couple of times. And I noticed how the Ghostface character is just very bumbling in general.
Yeah,
he fucks up. Billy fucking drops his phone and botches that. There's like a bunch of botches. They like screw up constantly in that first one.
Yeah, they do.
I also want to bring up though with Scream how I noticed like, so Scream 1's very much like Halloween. They're very much giving paying tribute to Halloween. It's almost like the babysitter murders type of thing, even though they're not necessarily babysitters. It feels like that.
Referring to Jamie Lee Curtis.
They play clips from Halloween. They play the music from Halloween to almost rescore certain scenes. Shouts out to the Click. Too sweet. To almost rescore certain scenes. The VHS that's playing in the living room is like rescoring things that are happening in the actual narrative of Scream. It's really fresh. But I noticed watching Scream 2, because we watched it right after, that, slight spoilers once again, the killer in Scream 2 is another duo really. And it's this random new dude who's got the camcorder and Billy's mom. And I realized that they're kind of doing Friday the 13th with the whole mother is the killer thing for revenge. And she even says, like, I'm doing it for a very simple reason, revenge. And I just thought that was kind of fresh that the sequel was Friday the 13th.
What did you think the third was?
I was trying to figure out what the third one was. I never got to that, but we were so tired at that point. And the third one was so weak. I'm not sure. Even though Wes Craven did direct that third one, it was definitely the weakest, obviously, of the 100%. And we were struggling even earlier today to remember who the killer was in that one.
Facts.
Which I guess I won't spoil that one because I don't have anything necessarily to say about it. But yeah, horror movie shit. There's a Evil Dead Rise trailer that came out I have not seen. There's a Renfield trailer that came out that I've seen half of. Nick Cage is playing Dracula in this Renfield movie, by the way, if y'all don't know. At the same time, coming out later this year, though, is Robert Eggers' Nosferatu. Looking forward to that like a motherfucker. That's going to be really fresh. I saw also that Mutilator 2 somehow has a trailer and a sequel coming out. Mutilator being a 1984 like cult classic slasher film. I don't think I've seen Mutilator. I don't think I've seen a Joe Bob. I feel like Joe Bob did that, but I don't think I've seen that episode. So we might have to check out Mutilator at some point. It's really fresh though that I think it's the same director and shit too, coming back and doing Mutilator too. Another old horror film I want to talk about real quick that I think is getting its first major release in a lot of ways, or at least major way for the public to see it, is this movie Possession, which is a 1981 horror film. Just got released on Shudder the other day, from what I understand. A lot of horror directors describing this as an underrated classic. I think Guillermo del Toro has been quoted as being this is an underrated classic. Go check that out. That's definitely on my list of things to watch. I talked about Joe Bob raising money. Ooh, I want to show this real quick because we're just a little bit over Joe Bob stuff. This was shared on Instagram earlier. Hold on, I want to get to this part in the video and then I'll show y'all. So Joe Bob Briggs was in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, right? But he was cut out of that movie.
Oh shit, this Friday is Friday the 13th.
Oh yes, it is. Shouts out to Friday the 13th.
Tattoos.
Some what?
Some banger tattoos.
Some discount tattoos.
I have 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you got mad Friday the 13th tattoos.
I do.
Hey, want to go to the movies? No crowds. Everybody's at those football parties, huh?
Yeah. Whole night's washout. Biggest meat eater weekend of
So
the
this is Joe
month.
Bob's deleted
And
scene
we're
coming
going to
up here
lose
after
money.
this.
Damn it. Maybe I just ought to quit.
I'm pretty sure he's basically playing himself
Really?
too.
Like totally, thoroughly disgusting.
No, Twink is fake. You think they really stuck a power drill through that girl's titty? No, you see, what they do is they run this little tube up under a bra, like right up here, and then they sort of prime it up with some KO pectate and some strawberry Karo syrup, and then they take these little itty-bitty cherry bombs, and they put them on there, and it's like, boom, exploding titty. You know, it's just all over the screen.
Some sick puppy's gonna see that and try it at home.
No, you just go home, you try to stick a power drill through your titty, and you see what happens. Throws all this stuff up on your face, looks like strawberry vomit. Just ain't like real life.
Hey,
Totally
let's
just
jet
being
to
Joe
Austin,
Bob.
20 minutes
Totally.
max.
Is that a Mr. Goody truck?
Yep. Shouts out to Joe
Saw
Bob.
Fu.
Shouts
It
out to
said
Joe Bob.
Saw Fu.
Yeah.
I love it.
Pretty cool. I kind of wish that would have been thrown in. It's such a quick thing. Like, there's really, I don't know, narratively it really makes sense to anything. It's gonna play something else here. Another deleted scene.
Die Yuppie Scum.
Die Yuppie Scum was the name of that other. Oh, shouts out to Sven Gulli. Michelle bringing up Sven Gulli shows the best horror movies, and he has facts, a song, a joke, and Rubber Chickens. I definitely know who Sven Gulli is. Sven Gulli was on Joe Bob.
And they have
Shit
rubber
for
chickens.
something.
They have rubber chickens.
They had
shout out
yeah
to
they
Sven Gulli.
yeah they had Rubber Chickens for Sven Gulli out on the show. Shouts out to all the horror hosts on last night on Team MUJ. I was wearing an Elvira shirt, so I'm definitely a horror host fan. That's definitely like Joe Bob's a big personal inspiration to me because I grew up in South Carolina watching that shit. So yeah, I kind of have a bit of an obsession with that Joe Bob Briggs. Let's see, get into some trippy dippy talk here a bit. Legal use of shrooms in Oregon as of the 1st of the year. Oregon Trail. Oregon. Is that a horrible? Is that like nuclear? Nuclear is the right way.
Right.
Yeah.
Caramel.
And caramel.
What's the other one? Well, it don't
I guess
matter.
Oregon.
Oregon.
I don't know why I want to say it like Oregon. That's like a personal thing. I'm a little red-faced over that, honestly.
I
yeah,
mean,
first
it's
state.
the same thing. Like people be saying Oregon. You know what's weird? I was thinking about that the other day.
What, Oregon and Oregon?
Yeah.
Maybe Did I say this the other day?
No.
Perhaps I don't know. Anyway, first state to allow use of psilocybin for legally for adults. There's not a dispensary though. You have to go to like a licensed service center. Was what I was reading about this. I don't know what exactly that is, and how is that any different than a
that's the way
dispensary?
the ketamine. That's how ketamine. You have to go to like a place where they dose you up on the ketamine there, and then you can leave.
Interesting. Anyway, I wanted to talk about that just a little bit. Or Oregon. is also the state that legalized not sale, but possession of some other rather notorious controlled substances.
Oh shit, Lil Ninja.
What's up?
Lil Ninja needs a pizza. He's trying to get me to start singing already.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Let's see. Prince Harry admitted to a lot of wild shit apparently in his new book. But one of them I wanted to talk about is he talked about taking shrooms at a party and having an experience where he talked to the moon and he begged the moon for help with his life, for help changing his life. I thought that was interesting and sort of related to the shroom therapy stuff, because it feels like maybe that instance was what caused him to say fuck it in a way.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Fuck this country. Fuck my grandma.
Yeah. Fuck the whole
Whoa.
Prince shit.
Whoa.
Jesus.
All right. I'm not. Oh, it's not even coming up on my thing. I can't. What the fuck?
Well, you might want to watch that kind of language there,
yeah,
bud.
I'm trying to kick him out, but his chat didn't come up on my thing for some reason.
You're on top chat. You gotta go to live chat.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not like a big fan of the Royals or anything, bud, but watch that language,
That
man.
is a zero tolerance policy.
Yeah, we don't even trying to censor it or whatever. We're not fucking with that.
No.
We're not fucking with that. It's just some dumb shit. He also did weed and coke, by the way. I want to say Prince Harry did weed and coke.
He did weed.
He did it. He did weed. He did the weed.
Add grapes to your shrooms lemonade for one hell of a duckin' time. Hey, got any grapes? And he said to the
Don't
man
get her started.
right
See,
in
now
the
she
stand,
started up.
Hey.
You started yourself up. Or did just the
No.
mention of grapes?
Grapes and lemonade.
Hey,
He
say you
already,
got any grapes. He already got you. I see.
And that's
I see
why
how
he said
I see how
that.
it played out now.
Duck, lemonade, and grapes.
Okay, I see.
Hello.
Duck, lemonade, and grapes.
Got any grapes?
So I got some. Oh, before we get to the instant karma, Mexican authorities arrested El Chapo's son earlier this week. There's a lot of violence that has already erupted because of this. I don't know. I haven't checked in on this story since yesterday or the day before, but I saw that there was a lot of violence. The last time they attempted to arrest this dude, the riots were so intense they had to let this dude go.
That's wild.
They literally
That's
let him go
wild.
because it was so fucking crazy in the streets. So we'll see how this shit plays out. It's definitely a crime story I'm fucking curious about though, because it's so fascinating to me that they let the motherfucker go. Like, it was so intense they let him go. I want to talk about this instant karma. These two arsonists that tried to set on fire the Immigration Services building in Bakersfield, California, but they ended up setting themselves on fire, which is pretty fresh.
Little Ninja, you better fucking stop. You're gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah, Little Ninja, I don't know if your parents are gonna be cool with you watching.
No, not this. He's gonna get me in trouble.
What?
Because he said, my mom used to tell me that my daddy was an evil man. He used to tell me he hated you. Then I got a little bit older and I realized she was
warning.
a crazy one.
Two dummies setting themselves on fire coming on the screen here.
What the hell are they doing?
They're attempting to set on fire a Immigration Services building in Bakersfield. Look at these idiots.
You fucking dumbasses.
That shit's so fresh, though. Fuck these idiots. Flames were put out 10 minutes later. Anyway, shouts out to Sky News for the video.
He said I have the power to get Emily to sing. It's too much.
Anyone has the power. The fuck you mean? Just put in the right shit into the chat. You can get her to sing.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Goddamn.
You get what you fucking deserve. Stupid is as stupid does. That's that's very dumb.
She doesn't know stupid is as stupid does because that's a Forrest Gump quote. We just talked about that in the last episode.
I know enough.
Emily, do you want to see... Chat, let her know, is Forrest Gump a good movie? Can we just opinion of the chat, is Forrest Gump a good movie? Let's just do this real quick. She's never seen Forrest Gump. I insist Forrest Gump is a good movie.
Twist. Well, Ninja says she won't stop till I twist.
Shouldn't abuse your power, don't be a politician. What's Spooky talking about?
Lil Ninja using his power to make me sing. Yes, 100% hump the gump. Hump the gump!
See, I think people are agreeing that Hump the Gump. I almost called him Hump. That Hump is a good movie. Forrest Hump. Forrest Hump is the porn parody. Ooh. That would be a gross porn parody.
Hump the Stump?
Hump the Stump?
It's like
that's probably
paraplegic.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably amputee porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of gross. I think you've talked to me about Hump the Stump. You've probably seen more stump porn than the average person.
Well, considering the line of work that I was in when I first got my first job ever was making hand controls for disabled drivers. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why you were doing research. Okay. Sorry. A New Jersey story for you. Art teacher had a medical emergency in class. He had an overdose in class. I'm not going to say the dude's name, but he's 57 years old. And he overdosed. I shouldn't really laugh about it. It's pretty fucking dark. Had a fentanyl overdose, allegedly, because they found fentanyl and paraphernalia in the closet of the fucking room. They had to Narcan this dude. Pretty fucking shocking, though. You know, it's wild because when you're a kid, you look at teachers one way.
This was in November. God damn.
But, like, when you get old enough to where your friends...
He was just charged for this incident in November, apparently. Reading more about it here. Sorry, what was that?
When you get, like, when you're a kid, you see teachers one way. But then when you get old enough to the age where your friends are teachers...
Oh, I have a blast of it.
I'd be like, damn, they let that motherfucker around kids and shit?
There was a shop teacher who was so wildly inappropriate when we were in high school, who would, like, drink whiskey out of his thermos every morning. It was like a coffee thermos, and he made it very clear he was drinking whiskey out of there to everyone. Like all the kids, every class. I mean, it was part of his teaching lessons of the day. He would be like making jokes about the whiskey in his thermos. He eventually was arrested on a DUI. He sent the police on a chase, and he ended up running off into the ditch. I remember reading that in the paper. Shouts out to that dude. He definitely was, and then he got fired from his job only after that incident. Hey, shouts out to the Hooligans, saying new Hooligans video with music from Humble Among. Hey, shouts out to the Hooligans.
Most teacher friends.
Go subscribe to their YouTube.
Yeah, see, Taffy said most school teacher friends I have use drugs for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, teachers are people too, with problems.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, when you're a kid, you look at teachers as one way, and then you get older.
That definitely is a thing.
Damn.
You almost put teachers on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Attila's frontman, Chris Franzak. Yes. I'm not sure how to say that. It's Franzak. Light Juggalo connection here with Attila playing some shows with ICP in the past. Leaves a deathcore supergroup called the Big Six only 2 weeks after joining.
What is the supergroup?
I don't know. The Big Six was the name of the group. You want to look it up if you're curious about it?
I am.
I just saw the headline and I figured I'd talk about it because you figured you might be curious about it, and some jugs might be curious about the Attila of it all. Not that big of a fan of Attila. I guess they're okay. They were like, I don't know. I saw them live at my first ICP show, and it was just
when Attila first became big, I kind of was like, these dudes are...
Deathcore boy band, they're calling it in that headline.
I thought that Attila was fucking whack. I thought they were fucking whack. But they have grown on me over the fucking years. And when Chris said, let me get a Newport in one of his songs, I was like, all right.
Dog, Spooky, it's so funny you asked that. I was literally at work thinking about doing my Men in Black shit like the other day. Because I was listening to some fucking... Ooh, it's getting blurry again. I was listening to some fucking... podcasts and fucking YouTube videos about the Men in Black, like phenomenon, and I I really want to do a Men in Black rap where I fucking just rap over that instrumental, dog.
So
I'm gonna end up doing that, Spooky, especially because you brought it up again. I'm gonna end up doing that and just dropping it on YouTube on some fuck it shit.
Lorna Shore.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that. Have I even talked about that on here, or are you just bringing that up on some like it's out there in the universe type of shit? Because I definitely fucking have been thinking about doing that for like years and shit. Even back in like the Merry Prankster days, way back, we were gonna do some shit like that.
Have you ever? Of
That just
course,
blew
we
my
know
mind.
who Tenacious D is, Lil
Yo,
Ninja.
Tenacious D is the
I
shit.
was just listening to Wonder Boy at work today.
Tenacious D is the shit. We were
Love
just talking about
Tenacious D.
Tenacious D being in fuck.
What do we?
Biodome. How they're like in Biodome and shit.
Yeah. Snaps.
Hey, shout out to Snaps in the place to be. Scottish says he's not going to JuggalOhio. It's sold out before. We're going to talk about JuggalOhio selling out. I think we already brought it up a little bit with, we asked Stoney, did we bring it up?
We didn't know. We just.
So it is sold out, by the way. We're going to talk about that a little bit further down the line. Get further through here, though. There's Possession, by the way. That's the Shudder horror movie I was telling you all about. Definitely go check that out if you got Shudder. I want to talk about this Damian Quinn post in a second, but let me see where I'm at in my notes. Who's Theopolis London? Theopolis London. I've not heard his music. It's a name I've seen a ton. They just found him, apparently. He's been like missing for like a couple of weeks. I saw that news story today, and I'm like, that's like a pretty major artist, isn't it? Like, how was he like missing for like 2 weeks or some shit? Anyway, I wanted to bring that up because I've never heard his music, but I saw that he was like missing, and they just found the dude.
Papa just said, "I wish Tenacious D would gather."
That would be so fresh. They make too much money though.
Yeah,
their asking price has to be so fucking high. JuggalOhio mini gathering. JuggalOhio like mini Hallowicked almost. Like, I don't know. Definitely a mini gathering. Going to be mini gathering vibes though, for sure. Can't wait to see you out there whooping, Taffy.
I can't wait to see.
Can't wait to see all y'all out there. Everyone in the chat, who's going to JuggalOhio? Let's do that right now while we're talking about it. I'm going to talk about it selling out a little bit later, but.
Oh, I just saw it.
Yeah, it's not doing it on the thing though, right?
Let's see. Yeah.
Oh, it did do it. So it might be the USB gimmick then.
Coconut shrimp in the chat.
That. That's the next thing I have to try to fix on that. I don't know what to do because I got a fucking MacBook Air I'm streaming this shit on, and it has to be USB-C to go into the MacBook Air, and I need to fucking have the fucking the port to plug in this damn camera. And I might have to just get a new fucking port gimmick or something.
Davey Scorsese gonna be there.
Hey, shouts out to Davey. Have we met yet, Davey? I don't think did we meet Davey at the gathering? I can't remember. Oh, we got wish lists going on. You want Tom McNuggets for the gathering, Lil Ninja?
No, he lying.
Let's throw McNuggets at McNuggets.
He lying. Why would you waste a fucking chicken nugget like that?
She got so offended, y'all. Did you see how offended she got at the waste of chicken nuggets? Oh, man. There's a news story I saw about Tom McDonald. Someone breaking down why he is so incredibly whack in a news story.
You don't even need to break it down.
No,
offended nugget.
Offended nugget face. That was offended nugget, 100%. Like on another level, offended nugget.
Because you can't fucking waste no good ass nuggets.
All right, I gotta wait to talk about that. I will talk about Don't Stop or We'll Die. If you're a fan of Tenacious D, check out Don't Stop or We'll Die. They're a really dope band. They have a new album called Signature Please coming out January 26th. I want to talk about that real quick. All right. Before I get too far into some other things, I want to talk about a couple of underground horrorcore / Wicked Underground Jace type of posts that happened on Facebook over the last couple of days. This is from Damian Quinn of Dark Half, addressing the fact that the final Dark Half album has still not come out, and I guess people have been on his shit about it or something. Because anyway, I'll just read this shit. Dear Underground fans, the final Dark Half album, Sick at Heart, still hasn't dropped to this day because of politics, COVID, and my insanity. Hopefully I can find the right medication in 2023 and we can get this show on the road. If you remember, I originally put out a promo video saying spring of 2020 and the pandemic fucked that up. I'm not gonna rush an album that the Cult Crew has been waiting on for literally 8 or more years. Plus, why would I drop the last album if I can't tour on it? And give everyone a chance to properly say goodbye to Dark Half. So now to the Cult Crew and true fans of Dark Half, you can accept a fall release if everything goes to plan, or early 2024. Sincerely, your cult leader, Uncle D, aka Damian Quinn. P.S. Dissing my solo shit ain't gonna make Sick at Heart come out any faster. If you don't fuck with me as a solo artist, don't listen. Shouts out to Damian Quinn. I definitely fuck with Dark Half. Rest in peace to Gino Cult shit. Yeah, man. This album, like he said, has been in the works for a long time. They're supposed to come out for a long time. I guess people have been on his shit about it. I want to talk about this post. I'm going to turn this off for a second so I can read all of this. Shouts out to Gibby Stites, by the way. I found this really interesting. I wanted to talk about this real quick. Gibby made this post, I think, today. I'm not here to call anyone out by name. This is a really interesting situation in the underground that I wanted to bring some light to. Because this shit does happen in the underground. I'm not going to call anyone out by name. However, it should be known that I have every reason to be angry. When I make the posts I make, they're justified. You can't blackball me. You can only have me removed from a few events. Fuck anybody who thinks this shit is cool. For an artist twice my age to refuse an event if I am also booked for it. In other words, taking money out of my mouth because they're too afraid or they're afraid to see me in person after they talk shit about me. Just remember when motherfuckers spread lies about me, this is what they're covering. Ask for proof. I didn't respect anyone or their wife. I don't know what this is in regards to. Plain and simple. And then he actually posted a fucking message and shit of I assume this is a promoter and shit. But yeah, man, it's kind of shitty that someone apparently, as Gibby put it, twice his age was trying to blackball him off of shows and shit. Really shitty. Oh, let's talk about this real quick. Bam and Steve-O. This is the picture that they posted to promote the podcast. Steve-O is going to be bringing Bam on tour, though. So Bam was on Steve-O's Wild Ride podcast. I assume this was taped right before the new year from the way they're talking, because it seems like it's right after Christmas from some of the way they're talking. This is a really weird show to be coming, because I believe it's the episode right before this that Steve-O did a whole episode. I think it was on fucking Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, maybe the day after Christmas. I literally think it's the episode before this Bam one, where Steve-O addresses like some criticisms of him being too exploitative of situations. And boy, it's really weird that, you know, the next episode you do is of Bam. Not that I'm saying he's exploiting Bam, but Bam's definitely in a vulnerable space. And I don't know if it's a good idea to be touring Bam right now. I'll be honest with you.
The way I see it, though, after talking more, is like, Bam's living by himself right now.
Yeah.
So maybe being on tour with Steve-O, who is fucking
good for him.
Stone cold fucking
and is a
sober.
good example. He can show Bam how to do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you have a good point there. I'm worried for him because he's, you know, that when he did leave the hospital or leave the rehab just to go to the hospital, he had that whole relapse where he was in the bar and hanging out with meth heads and shit.
Yeah, he's not going to do that with Steve-O.
Yeah, that's true. But Steve-O's got to keep the leash on him and shit. And he can always get off the leash and go and do some crazy shit.
I mean, you can kind of tell, like...
He seems really... Like I said, if you've seen the podcast, he seems in a really vulnerable space. And I just don't know if it's a good idea to be bringing him on tour right now and shit.
I think it's more dangerous to leave Bam at home alone, left to his own devices.
What she is alluding to, by the way, is Bam says he's not living with his current wife still and his daughter, or he's not his daughter, his son.
Phoenix.
They're living in Burbank. He's living like somewhere else in California, but like a couple of hours away apparently. And all because all because Bam doesn't want to live in LA, quote unquote, and he wants to live by his sober skater friends and stuff. Yeah, I think I had some more notes about this. Let me see if there was anything I put in the notes more about this shit. Oh yeah, he's back on Instagram. I want to talk about this. So Bam's Instagram apparently has to be approved. Every post has to be sent in an email to someone, and they have to approve the shit. Because of this, he started a new one called Captain Cream Stain. But he misspelled Captain. Captain is spelled Captin. So Captain Cream
Davey
Stain.
Scorsese just said Bam has been snapping on his wife on his Instagram.
What, talking shit?
Yeah, seems to be.
Well, Steve-O alluded to that this new Instagram... Are you talking about the new one, the Captain Cream Stain?
What the hell is his wife's name?
I don't know. We always want to say Nikki, but I think Nikki's the other wife, right?
Missy's the old
Missy.
one.
So is it Nikki?
So I think it is.
I think it is Nikki. But yeah, he said he got Baker acted, which is essentially a 5150. Says he was like in the psych ward for over a year. A year and 3 months. That's what he said he was in the psych ward for. He says he was only supposed to be there for 90 days, but he kept fucking up, smoking cigarettes outside, doing all kinds of shit. I don't know. But yeah, I hope Bam. I'm talking about this because I really want Bam to do well, man. It makes me sad seeing Bam's story arc, if you will. I just want him to get help and get right, because that dude, oh man, that dude's got so much magic in him, man. I just want to see him do good again. Yeah, I think that was all I really had to say about the Bam appearance. A good show. I mean, I question what? I question bringing him on tour. What?
Lil Ninja said, let's make Nickelback gather so we can throw Fago at them. And then Lil Taffy said, throw Nickels.
The most hated band in the world. The other most hated band in the world.
Wait, that's not the funny part.
Sorry, what?
Lil Taffy said, throw Nickels,
Nickel
then
at
take
Nickel.
them back.
Oh.
See, you just gotta let me finish. Then take them back, because it's Nickelback.
Are you going to go on stage to get the Nickels back?
Hey, you already know how much I love change. My ass will hop right on up and get that shit, okay? I'm a change collector, boo. I like stacking that shit up.
The odds of Nickelback playing The Gathering.
First
It's
of all,
got to be, Nickelback's got to go. It's got to be a couple years from now when Nickelback's like a little bit more desperate, I would say.
I already know that everybody hate on Nickelback, but let me tell you something. Sometimes their fucking shit comes on and I be singing the shit.
Didn't Avril Lavigne and the lead singer break up?
Yes, they did.
Relic?
Yes,
yeah, they did break up, right?
She's engaged to Mod Sun.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she's with hippie rapper Mod Sun.
I love Mod Sun, but after he got sober, his music got whack.
Bam and CKY are the entire reason hooligans exist. I just want the best for him. Shouts out to Giggles the Clown. Bam's a huge influence on me too, man. Definitely like like I think I've told you guys, the hooligans, like the stuff you guys do reminds me of what we used to do back in high school. Like some of the videos we used to fucking shoot, man.
This is how you remind me?
This is how you remind me of how of
what I really am.
Yeah. If we were to score that moment of me talking very wistfully about my old high school videos, that would be a perfect song. Spooky. Nickelback used to have the Monday Night Raw song. Ew.
Spooky said,
what era was that? Ew.
If Nickelback played Gotcha, that's an obvious sign it's going to get raided by the FBI.
That's a good joke. I like that. Nickelback makes my blood boil the very second I hear one chord of their music. I mean, it's not the music with Nickelback, it's the corny way that dude sings. It's the same shit with Creed. It's that same like meow.
Look at this photograph.
That how. It's kind of fucking shit they put on their voice. It's such an affect. It's the same thing that certain nasally punk rock singers do. It's like that's such an affect too. I mean, I guess I shouldn't talk shit. I'm a fucking horrorcore rapper. I guess people would say that I have a bit of an affect on my voice, even though that's just the way I sound.
I was singing Photograph, but anyway. I was rapping it.
Yeah, we talked about Gibby. What now? How? What?
That's you going, how?
Oh,
that's doing your 90s thing.
That is pretty much it, huh? So this was posted earlier today, and it seems to be a tease. By the way, what flavor of Sprite do you think Sauce Moolah has there? What flavor?
That's
like a weird, like...
That's regular Sprite. That's lean.
What do you think's in that?
Lean.
Why does it look like that?
It's lean, Daddy.
City Morgue, My Bloody America, the album, loading,
album. ...
95%. Drop a 666 for the Morgue, hell click. A new City Morgue album called My Bloody America. Now, is this the last City Morgue album? They keep saying it's the last tour. They did like 2 last tours now. I think this new walk flavor. We just figured out what fucking walk meant, by the way. I was talking about this in the car with that Detroit Walk City fucking joint that Darby and them dropped. Me only listening to that song realized what the fuck the walk shit meant. You can go back a few episodes when we're talking about the walk. I'm asking Emily about bringing the walk to Poland.
And I was like all offended.
That's a low-key, pretty hilarious, naive ass moment.
I was like,
y'all need to go back and find that shit.
But this is the thing, I guess, why I don't know. Well, maybe it's just because I'm older, so like I don't know. But like when I was doing bad things, that type of bad thing was like for pussies. I'm like, grow
you were
up.
talking about this in the car, the lean
Grow
being
up.
like
Grow
just like
up.
shitty opiates or
bare
something.
minimum. Like back in my day, I would
Opiate
have to
snob over here.
I would have had to chug like a gallon or some shit of that, you know. But like I said, I don't do bad things no more. That was when I was doing bad things. That's why I've never even tried it. Or I think I tried that shit once, and I was like, this is fucking whack.
Humble needs to redux Twisted's ha 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 ha. Like rap over that beat. I don't even remember what that beat sounds like. That's kind of later era Twisted. I'm not as familiar with some of that later era Twisted. I've definitely heard ha 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 ha. I can't even think of offhand what that shit sounds like though. So TBS was gonna have this show. We talked about it last episode, maybe? I think we did. Just talked about it last episode. Dana White's Power Slap. It was a show that was going to be on TBS. And Scythe Gang 666 had a song on it for this static slapper person. I guess it was just literally like MMA fighters or prospects, perhaps, just slapping the shit out of each other. Very much like what DJ Chunk was doing a couple years back at the Gathering. I don't know if they did that shit again this year, but... yeah, Scythe Gang had this song Static on there. They pulled that shit though with the Dana White controversy that went on with him and his wife there, him being a wife beater apparently, on New Year's.
Don't hit your wives, folks.
Yeah, don't be a piece of shit, folks. But in Scythe Gang related news, fresh ass Scythe Gang related, because that shit's kind of stale. But I guess I think the song is still out, so go check out the Static song. I don't think it's gonna be on TV though. That was going to be such good fucking exposure for them. But Maisie has a solo song dropping. She was teasing some solo stuff, I believe, on Juggalo show. A song called Let Me Know that she's doing a video for with Zab, she teased earlier. Zab also dropped his 2022 video reel on Instagram. I'm not sure if that shit's on YouTube as well. But Zab had one hell of a year for music videos. I say it a lot of times on here, but I'll say it again. Zab and Strife are the best in the underground doing music videos, in my opinion. Shouts out to Zab, killing it in 2022. Getting some bigger name artists in 2022 for sure. Let's see. Shaggy the Airhead stuff. Let's go back to the gimmick. We talked about that. Oh, here's the Jigsaw the Killa single that I was talking about earlier when I brought up the cooking show. He has a new single coming out Friday the 13th, Wicked Simulation. Go check out Jigsaw the Killa's Wicked Simulation, Friday the 13th. And this little fella, that's what I was been waiting to get to. I got to go back in my notes to get to this.
Who the hell is that?
Who the hell is that?
Who the hell is that? Who the hell is that?
So this is Taylor Swift's cat.
No.
I'm only talking about this to piss off Spooky, because Spooky seemed very annoyed that I talked about vinyl records making a comeback via Taylor T. Swift.
We already explained.
This cat is worth $97 million.
Why?
This cat is an actor, apparently. A model / actor. This cat is a Scottish gold named Olivia Benson, and she is worth, I would assume it's a she, is worth 97. They are worth, I don't want to gender the cat, come on. $97 million. Only reporting this to piss Spooky off. So hopefully,
I take like 100 by 1,000
Spooky is in
ibuprofen a
here.
day. Taffy, this is what I'm saying. You and me really is the same motherfucking person.
But shouts out to this cat making mad bank. What do you think this cat's gonna do with that money? I always tell my cats all the time they need to get a fucking job.
Get a fucking job.
But this is like, this is a whole fucking. They actually did that shit. So shouts out to that. Oh. So this is the shit. Yeah, this is the Lazy and Crazy drop. This is only up until midnight. It's still up right now.
I like that it's pink and green stuff.
Yeah, that vest is kind of cool. I got the CD, obviously. We're going to talk about some cool shit with this CD. I didn't skip the other thing with the CD, right? No, it's just the fat cat. I got these pants, though, that are next to the CD. Big fan of joggers on the Humble Among broadcast. Big fan of joggers.
I am a big fan of his joggers.
Stealing my joggers. And
I'm wearing
my
them.
joggers.
I'm wearing some right now.
She's wearing some of my joggers right now. That's for sure. So here's the CD that dropped. Is with this drop as well. This coffee project. So he only made 50 copies of coffee, and he made this post when there was only 20 left. That he was going to be including with the pre-orders of coffee a special copy of Sleepin' In, his very rare EP that is part of the Waking Up trilogy, I guess, because I think it's I believe it's Sleepin' In, Waking Up, Coffee. I believe is how the projects lay out. I could have that order wrong.
Wake up, drink. Pull up, drink.
But so I basically was like very excited to put in my order for this shit especially once I saw that, and it sold out. So shouts out to Shaggy The Airhead for selling that shit out, and shouts out to everybody who got their order in. We're all getting a fucking extra, really rare fucking CD because I don't think he's even sold any of them. I think was what I was reading there. I don't know if that's in this post or another post I saw. Yeah, that was in. He says it's the rarest. Some of the rarest of his discography. I have some of them Lazy and Crazy CD drops from way even further back. I think that might be even rarer, but this shit's gonna be rare as fuck. Very exciting. Also rare, going away at midnight are these the yellow and the blue jumpsuits are going away from Ouija Mac Shop, OuijaMacShop.com. So go and get those shits before midnight before they go away.
Are those jackets still up?
Now let's talk about the jackets because we keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Emily surprised me and got me the fucking C17 Letterman jacket gimmicks that I think are still not shipped. Are they still up? Let me look on here. I'll do it on here.
Okay. They're definitely not shipped.
Because you're checking all the time.
Every 30 minutes I'm checking my email to see if that
I think when we looked last it was still up, right?
Yes. Last time I looked it definitely was still up. We're really hoping that it shows up before JuggalOhio.
So there's the slides.
Which I need to get those slides.
There's the jacket.
Still there.
Still up there. So Emily got me this shit. One of the fucking freshest presents I've ever gotten. Like straight up. Thank you so much, baby, for getting me this. I'm blown away that she got me this shit. I'm gonna be rocking this very proudly. For sure. I just want to say thank you very much for getting me that. That's like my big Christmas present that I forgot to even talk about when we did the Christmas stream. And then I forgot last week as well. So I want to give some love to you for getting me that jacket. I love you very much. Thank you.
Too.
That felt so fucking manufactured that we did a kiss on the stream. Felt so manufactured. I'm sorry, y'all.
We kiss all the time IRL though.
Let's see.
It's not.
Let's get
fake.
into the other things, other Ouija things. I think we're going to talk about... Oh, before I get too deep into the Ouija shit, actually. There's these other things I wanted to talk about. So a lot of Andrew Tate stuff coming out. I'm not going to touch too much on it, but I've seen some people online are now defending Andrew Tate, and I don't fucking understand
I've been seeing
that.
that too.
The stuff that's coming out about him, he literally was keeping girls in facilities with armed guards. He was having them branded with tattoos. He was tricking them and not letting them leave. This is like worse than R. Kelly shit. This is pretty crazy. He went to that country specifically because of its laws involved with human trafficking. Anyone defending this kind of shit, I don't understand it. I straight up do not understand it. We're living in a wild fucking times. Sort of Juggalo related, not really, I guess, to a lot of people. 50 Cent is working on an 8 Mile show. I told you about that.
I know. I kind of want to check that out.
An 8 Mile TV show he's going to be producing, saying that he wants to preserve Eminem's legacy. Was the way he talked about that, by the way, y'all. I thought that was interesting. 10 people shot at a French Montana video shoot in Miami Gardens. French Montana apparently hiding in a KFC. I'm not making that up. I'm not making that up. Hiding in a KFC waiting for it to be over.
Lit.
Rapper Rob 49 was shot in there. 10 people shot, though. Hopefully everybody's okay. I don't think any fatalities or major injuries from that. The Young Thug trial has basically begun. Out of 65 charges, only 8 stuck to Young Thug. Those are conspiracy to violate the racketeer, influence in corrupt organizations, participation in criminal street gang activity, possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, possession of codeine with intent to distribute, possession of cocaine, possession of firearm, possession of machine gun.
Kelly.
Judge tells the jurors that they can't discuss any of this outside of court. There's nothing unusual about that. The trial officially begins on the 9th. The jury selection, I believe, began on the 6th. The judge was reading. It seems to me proceedings had begun, though, because I saw footage of the judge reading lyrics of Slime Shit to the court. So they're using content. They're using the art against Young Thug in the case already. That is whack. Another rapper named YFN Lucci has a trial that was supposed to start the same day as Young Thug, but it's been delayed because Lucci is a witness in Young Thug's case.
Oh my
This
God.
story is going to make one hell of a documentary because there's so many twists and turns, and this is fucking fascinating to me. This shit's crazy to me. Let's see. Now we're catching up. Catch up to the Ouija stuff. Perfect. Now we're all caught up. Let's go back. JuggalOhio sold the fuck out. We've already talked about it. Who's going to JuggalOhio? We're going to JuggalOhio. Are you going to JuggalOhio? Let us know. Certainly if you see us out there, say hello to us. This is going to be the shit. I'm looking forward to it. We are going to be in the Ohio area for JuggalOhio. But I don't have a flyer for this. I will talk about it. Magic Ninja did add a show in Kent, Ohio. Blaze Boondocks Buckshot show in Kent, Ohio. So if you have any interest on that Saturday, you can go see that shit.
But really on Saturday,
we're going to go to that other world.
We want to go to the other world, and who want to get Korean barbecue with us on Saturday?
Yeah, if anyone's around the Ohio area, we are trying to hang out with some jugs. We're going to be hanging out.
Korean barbecue.
We're going to be hanging out like the day before and like a couple of days after, kind of, JuggalOhio. So we're going to be hanging out in Columbus and shit. So holler at us if y'all trying to chill or something. Snap says the other world is fresh. The same night as JuggalOhio, they're doing a Of the Trees show, which talk about the Of the Trees single. That's a good time to get this in. Oh yeah,
Of the Trees did a remix of a Subtronics song. Subtronics is one of my all-time favorite DJs of all time. Of the Trees is like really, really up there. They're fucking dope. That's who I wanted to go see in Columbus. But they just did a remix of a Subtronics track, and it's fucking dope. If you like dubstep, go listen to that shit. Go listen to all Of the Tree shit. If you want to listen to some weird, wubby, vibey ass shit, go listen to Of the Trees. They're fucking amazing. Just throwing that out there.
Of the Trees doing a show the same night.
They are doing at Otherworld.
But we can't go to that shit because we're going to be at JuggalOhio.
Well,
JuggalOhio is sold out though.
There's a chance we can make it because doors open at 10:30. Of the Trees won't be going on till like 1.
But I bet Ouija's going on maybe 12 to 1-ish. I don't know. And if there's a surprise act that pushes it even further, that might go on after Ouija. Purely speculation. We'll talk about that in a little bit because I want to talk about that a little bit more. But yeah. before we get too far into JuggalOhio, we should talk about Hideous some more.
Lil Ninja, do you want me to send you a cool little dubstep playlist?
She certainly got a lot of dubstep songs.
I do.
Saved on her.
I have a lot of really good.
She's got good taste in it, man. She definitely played me like non-cringy shit, like stuff that like you would be like, I don't know. It's like the stereotype of what you think dubstep is.
I like more vibey shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I got you.
She has good taste with this shit.
I got you.
Hideous. I want to talk about Hideous and some of the reactions. I know Lil Ninja. Yep, Lil Ninja even said it right now, so that's a good fucking transition. I'm not gonna lie, Hideous sucks. In Lil Ninja's opinion, that's not our opinion. This is Lil Ninja saying that, and I truly hate the song Black Metal Rap. I love Black Metal Rap. That was one of my favorite ones. That it surprises me I've seen this opinion a couple of times. I want to talk about why I think I've seen it though. It's not our opinion, by the way. I want to make that real clear.
Yeah.
We actually really like this fucking project a lot. Better than the Ricky Hill project, I would say. Still my favorite of the collab Ouija projects is the Death Plus stuff. I think that is the top tier of the Ouija collab projects. This is probably the next one, I think.
Yeah.
With the collab projects, I really like this one. The Baby E one maybe is now number 3 in that, and then the Ricky Hill's the below that, and I don't really like the Star Fox LaFleur one, I'll be honest with you. Hiding in the Bushes is okay.
I like that.
I'll be honest with you. That Star Fox LaFleur album, I have not listened to that whole album.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't know if I've said that on here before. I've not listened to that whole album.
Whoa.
That's the only Ouija project I think I have not even listened to. Maybe a couple of Swag Tooth projects I have not listened to as well. But yeah, I like Hiding in the Bushes once I realized that's a fucking SpongeBob sample. I am embarrassingly ignorant to SpongeBob.
But he had to get with it because all I do is make SpongeBob references.
I feel so embarrassed because these SpongeBob references go so far over my head. And everyone in pop culture knows SpongeBob, and I'm like such a baby when it comes to it. She makes the references all the time, and she's like looking at me.
Earlier.
She's like, SpongeBob, motherfucker.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
That's a good example. We did it not too long ago.
Yeah.
And that was like, what is that from? Because you like Death Plus, you'll like the Fox one, Whoop said. Interesting. I gotta check that out, Whoop.
To be honest, I mean, Hideous is not my favorite Ouija project ever.
Oh, let's talk about that, though.
Only because...
We'll talk about the theory. Let me talk about the theory.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me talk about the theory. I had this theory when we were listening to it, because I did see a couple of people say, even on Twitter, that they weren't feeling Hideous. I think it's because, to me, this project sounds like a golden BSP project that features Ouija Mac. And here's why. There's only, I think, 2 songs on the record that start with Ouija Mac. And I think that's Scandia and what was the other one? Cinnabon. Starts with a Ouija Mac verse. The rest of the songs start with hooks or verses from other people. That's the only one that starts with, those are the only 2 that start with Ouija Mac. There's 14 songs on Hideous. 14 tracks on Hideous, 12 actual songs. Only 2 of which start with the voice of Ouija Mac. And I think that for Ouija Mac fans, people who are there for Ouija Mac, perhaps that subtly throws them off.
Yeah, about halfway through the album, I kind of was like, I'm missing Ouija in this right now.
And I was realizing that Ouija had second verses on a lot of songs.
There was a lot of songs.
And a lot of songs felt like golden BSP songs that maybe he had like halfway done. And he's like, yo, just throw a verse on this shit. That's just my opinion. I think Ouija must have went, I'm going to speculate even further on some nerdy shit. I think Ouija must have went into Golden BSP's space. You saw pictures of him posting like in different studios and stuff. He must have been in Golden BSP's space recording this project, because it feels very much like where I think Ricky Hill's project felt like a Ouija Mac project featuring Ricky Hill. Mm-hmm. This feels like a Golden BSP project featuring Ouija Mac.
Facts.
By the way, Golden BSP, I like a lot. I thought Golden BSP was really fresh, and I want to bring this to y'all's attention. This post Golden made with some pictures of him hanging with Juggalos and shit. And I want to read this story. Go to the Instagram for the pictures. He posted a whole stack of throwbacks. Let me turn this shit off. Crazy to think how I started. I relate with this, by the way. Crazy to think how I started making music. ... with a group of Juggalos that brought me in and helped me grow. I never rocked the face paint or claimed being a Juggalo, but they always told me, you're a juggalo, you just don't know it. The first song I ever made was produced by a juggalo. The first show I was put on was organized by a juggalo. I have major love for juggalos and wouldn't be here without you all. A lot of people judge juggalos or look down on them when really they are the most generous, caring, non-judgmental people I've yet to come across. It's crazy to me seeing Insane Clown Posse following me and promoting my new album on their Instagram, knowing where I stemmed from. I just want to say thank you to all the juggalos that put me on, believed in me, and helped me grow. So that was really fucking cool, I thought. I thought that was really cool that he basically said thank you to the juggalos, because this is he's probably getting a lot of new fans from this shit. Yeah. I would assume that are jugs. I like Golden BSP a lot. This is like the first project I've really heard Golden BSP on, other than the other Ouija feature or two that he's been on. I've had a lot of fans in my chat telling me to check out Golden BSP. I've ignorantly not done that. Really fucking impressed with Golden BSP on this project, and I'm gonna check out some more shit. Also really impressed with Mercules on Black Metal Rap. I thought that's a really dope song. Might be one of my favorite songs on the shit. Let me bring up the track listing of that shit real quick. I want to talk about my favorites on there. I know I love the guitar. You're excused. I know I loved the guitar on that last joint. When that guitar kicked in, I was like, ooh. Shinobi. I'm fucking with Shinobi really heavy. Black Metal Rap. Cinnabon was dope as fuck. The Boys was dope as fuck. I think I liked Dog. I remember liking Dog a lot.
Dog was my favorite.
I can't remember what Dog sounds like, but looking at it now, I'm like, and I definitely liked the guitar on Like That. Those are my favorite songs on the shit. But yeah, Scandia and Cinnabon, I think, being the only songs that start with Ouija verses, or Ouija's voice, I should say. Scandia being a really short song. Scandia is under 2 minutes. Yeah. But yeah, want a little bit of Hideous breakdown. Don't know if I'm going to do a full review of Hideous. I certainly will do an unboxing when we get our Hideous stuff that I ordered just a couple of days ago. I ordered the Hideous CD and shit, what else?
Hat and booty shorts.
Hat and your booty shorts. So now she has
everything.
She has the entire ladies collection of Ouija Mac shit. I have bought her the entire ladies collection. Humble brag. Let's see. All right, I want to bring this into my Violent J stuff. Violent J has seemingly returned to the internet. If you've not been on Instagram, he alluded to it here at Golden BSP. Insane Clown Posse did promote Hideous. Thuggalo Show said that Violent J's Instagram started following them, which congratulations to the Thuggalo Show. That's fucking definitely an honor to have Violent J follow, because I certainly don't have that shit. I wonder if Violent J even knows who I am at this point. He has to, I would assume, but I just wonder if he even has any fucking clue. So there's been a couple of other Violent J postings, which, has made it clear that Violent J's made a return to the internet. We're going to talk about the one that happened earlier that stemmed the title of the show. Oh, we're doing another mukbang. Hold on.
I don't like it.
This is the reindeer poop. Is it too sour? Is it gross?
I don't know.
They're little poop shapes. See that? Little poop shapes.
I don't like it. Get it out.
Get it out. It's, you know what it is?
Huh.
It's more like those Welch's fruity flavors or something. What is it? Boy, that reminds me of something.
He said, well, what do you expect? It's poop.
Well, it doesn't taste like poop. It tastes like a brand of fruit snacks that maybe Emily isn't a fan of, is what I'm saying.
Mott's over Welch's. If you fucking rep Welch's fucking fruit snacks in this chat, you're going to get put in timeout.
What's the best fruit snack?
Mott's.
Mott's. Just to make that real clear. Mott's gang. What's your favorite fruit snack? Drop it in the chat. My favorite fruit snack is probably the Sour Patch Kids watermelon.
That's not a fruit snack.
Come on, it is too.
That's a gummy, dog. That's different.
What is the difference?
One's made with fruit juice and one made with candy. It's not candy, it's a fruit snack.
Great Value Fruit Smiles.
Yo,
those are okay.
Those
are okay. We went through a fucking phase of getting those.
Those are a close fucking second, okay? Because they got the green apple and the blue raspberry ones. That shit is good.
Fruit
Tori
roll
said
up.
fruit roll
Shouts
up.
out to Toto.
Toto, let me tell you something. Welch's Gummies gas.
Oh,
God.
Darby's a Welch's fan. Darby, have you tried Mott's, though?
If you ain't tried Mott's, then you get a pass.
You need to go try them Mott's.
Thank
I'm going to
you.
put you up on some game. If you have not tried the Mott's are fucking a little bit better than the Welch's. Welch's, to me, aren't horrible. She's really fucking anti-Welch's. If she sees me with a box of Welch's, she's going to be kicking me. She's going to be kicking the Welch's out the house. She's going to be really angry.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Black Forest do be having them juice-filled
Black Forest
ones.
those are interesting. Those are different. We got those when we went to fucking, Camp Zool or some shit? On one of the road trips, or another fucking, was it Hallowicked?
I had those at M's. So probably for Camp Zool.
It was one of those trips last year.
Snap
2
said,
years
I
ago.
feel like
Whatever.
they're all the same. Girl.
No, they are not.
Lil Ninja,
Big difference.
Lil Ninja said it's now a good time to say I like Welch's fruit snacks. Get the hell out of here with this shit. Tori said them Arizona joints. Okay, Tori, you're my best friend in the entire world. Is now a good time to tell you that is disgusting. I'm gonna call you after this, and I'm a girl tripping.
You're gonna get in trouble, Toto.
Fucking
In
tripping,
trouble
dog.
again. I'll eat anything, Dr. says.
Snaps,
Anything?
if you go to Camp Zool this year, we're gonna try to go to.
Are we going?
I think so. Last year
News
you
to
were
me.
mad. Last year you were like, man, we didn't go. We should have gone.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about going this year. I'm surprised I said that. Did I really say that?
Yeah. She said dead ass tastes better than those for real. Okay, see, so she's just fucking with me.
Yeah, I don't know about going to Camp Zool this year. I'll be
Last
honest
year
with
you were all like, I wish we went.
Yeah, I don't know about this year, though.
Snaps want to go.
We'll see where it's at. It's going to be in Ohio again, though. We're going to go to Ohio, like, fucking for the gathering in just a couple of months.
Okay. Is that too many times to see Socks?
Okay. Socks is
You got a
very
cap
cute.
on Socks
Socks
visits?
is very cute. Let me talk about this other Violent J post. Let me get through this shit. We've already been doing an hour and a half. Happy birthday. So it was Violent JJ's 18th birthday. I called him Violent JJ. It was JJ, Violent J's son, 18th birthday. Jay posting a shirtless picture of JJ that I have not included
Is
here.
that really
y'all
a shirtless picture? Or it looked like he photoshopped his head on a
No, that's I believe that is him because I saw that it was JJ's birthday in his stories or some shit that JJ had a shirt picture. JJ posting pictures of himself in the gym.
I thought it was like him and like I thought it
JJ
was
trying to get
photoshopped.
buff, I think.
Oh,
JJ's
okay.
definitely trying to get buff,
Okay,
I think.
got it.
But yeah, happy birthday to my son JJ. He's 18 in this mother-loving motherfucker. Do you realize what that means? That means every little hottie on the planet just became an endangered species. Happy birthday to my bud. I love my son forever and always and forever again. By the way, if you're one of those feeble-ass parents who for some fucking reason find it hard to tell your own kid that you love them, check yourself before you wreck yourself, fool. So that's a very direct Violent J post that happened. Signed VJ in the way that he be doing when he has access to the Insane Clown Posse accounts, because it's been obvious that someone else was posting some of these more recent ones.
See, someone else said that picture looked photoshopped.
Really?
Yeah.
Now you guys are making me regret that I didn't include a shirtless picture of a young man on my own stream.
Juggalo shit is literally the only good thing about living here in Ohio. That and the
Yo, Ohio has been getting the hookups lately with Juggalo shit.
Let me just say.
See, Ellie Gal says, nah, it's JJ.
It's him. Okay. Bunch of cornfields and crackheads.
He lives in the gym. That's what I was saying. That motherfucker's working out.
More tweakers than crackheads, but yeah.
So Jay posted this image earlier today with this as well. Let me get rid of our faces so I can read this for y'all. I'm back up in this bitch. It's 23 up in this mother lover's fucking brother. Quit playing, y'all. It's time. Rock this son of a bitch. My new solo album, Bloody Sunday, drops Juggalo weekend. So that means Juggalo weekend is happening. And Bloody Sunday. Where's Woe, though? Immediately, like, I'm wondering where the fuck's Woe that was supposed to drop on Halloween. That was the thing that was supposed to drop even before Bloody Sunday. Is that because Shaggy is taking his a bit of a break? Do they need Shaggy to finish Woe? Is Shaggy not recording? Why is Jay finishing a solo album and Shaggy's not fucking.
But that also,
I don't know. Shaggy obviously is gonna be at fucking Juggalo weekend though.
See, that's what went through my fucking head when I saw that post, because I was like, but Shaggy just said they're taking a fucking break. So,
I don't know. It has me so fucking confused. Obviously, I mean, I'll be real. There's definitely been times, if you've been a fan of the Palcast, where Shaggy says some shit's gonna happen, like either at the Gathering or How the Wicked or with an album dropping, when he's been proven wrong. And that's just not, and that's not, or a stream that's gonna be happening on the Patreon. There's been many times where he said that this is gonna happen and that shit's gonna be wrong. And I think that, not to diss Shaggy or whatever, that's just because maybe Shaggy doesn't have all of the information all of the time. And I think Shaggy might be the first to tell you that's the case. Anyway, a little something for your ear holes. This jam's old to some, new to others. Either way, listen, because it's fire. Enjoy your boy VJ on Jack Info Beats 3, which I believe is the joint off of Brother, Violent J's solo EP from a few years back. This obviously letting motherfuckers know Juggalo weekend is fucking going down. Our last episode only a few days ago, 3-4 days ago, was, is Juggalo weekend happening this year? This is still a question mark. This title, is Juggalo weekend happening? Question mark.
I know, it's still kind of a question mark.
Or however I phrased it. Juggalo weekend is happening, I think is how I phrased that.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Maybe not that many question marks.
No, you did 3.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Did I really do 3 question marks?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I did 3 question marks. Holy shit. Well, it's a big mystery to me, so that's why 3 question marks.
Maybe not so many. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Is that another SpongeBob thing?
Ron Burgundy?
Well, I know Ron Burgundy is, but why'd you say it like Patrick?
Because he asks himself, he says that. Someone said, I'm Ron Burgundy, and he says in the movie, I'm Ron Burgundy.
Why'd you say it like Patrick, though? You made me feel like I'm missing some sort of weird SpongeBob.
Ron Burgundy. That's more like Patrick.
Oh, my brother. Okay, we wanted to go into some more shit with this whole Jay thing. So yeah, Jay posted about Juggalo weekend. Will Juggalo weekend be happening? Blah, 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 blah. This is the other thing we're going to get into, though. Wrong one. Violent J apparently appearing at this comic convention. This dropped earlier in the week. I think Fago Lovers was the first to post about that. Jay's going to be there the 27th and the 28th. That's the Friday and Saturday in Atlanta. This is in Atlanta. The same day, Friday the 27th is the same day as JuggalOhio.
Interesting.
Jay is going to be out and about. Atlanta's, I mean, not horribly far from Ohio. Could Jay and or Shags be the surprise guest is what I'm trying to get at here.
That's like 8 hours.
Seems almost impossible if he's going to be showing up the next day for more photo ops. This is like a photo op autograph type signing thing, a horror convention. I think I called this a comic convention. It's really more of a horror convention.
I see my girl.
Yeah, I Dream of Jeannie. Bam's, by the way, also there. See, Bam's going to be there as well. If you guys remember, this is the same convention series that he was supposed to show up, I think, in November or October of last year. Just a few months ago. He canceled that shit. He never showed up. Do you think he shows up to this? He seems to be posting more.
I think he will.
I think he might show up for this. I didn't show up for the last one, though. I think is important to point out. I think this is more evidence that we might be obviously getting Juggalo weekend with Jay announcing this shit. Another comic convention announcement that we're going to talk about is another photo op that's going to be going down at Astronomicon 6. Diet Lotus, or I guess they feel ballsy enough to use Dark Lotus. If y'all haven't been paying attention, they've been calling it Lotus when Twisted, Blaze, and ABK do their version of Dark Lotus. They apparently
just gave you $1.
Thank you, Solo Season, for this super chat. So super sticker?
Salt. It's a salt because we're salty.
We're being salty on here. A little bit salty. Definitely salty about this.
He said no, stay seasoned.
Stay seasoned. I like that. That's Solo Season's gimmick there. But yeah, they apparently are. I've questioned this before. Does Violent J hold copyrights on any of the gimmicks from Psychopathic Records, I guess I should say. Does Psychopathic Records hold copyrights?
Why would they when they be taking everybody else's shit?
I don't do, but these names, you know what I mean? Do they have a right to use these names?
Yeah.
I would think so, right?
I would think so.
I've posed this before. Could Psychopathic and Violent J and Jump Steady and them, could they hit cease and desists like on some WWE shit, like on these names being used? I've speculated that they maybe could do that with Twisted, with just the name Twisted,
but
or Blaze You Dead.
Why
Homie.
would they want to do that when they like to use other people's shit all the time?
What ICP? That's a good point. But these are Violent J's ideas that they're just running with.
He'd be taking people's ideas too and like using, you know what I mean? So he probably
he's jacking beats mostly.
But the way he sees it is probably like, fuck that shit. Like, what's the point? People don't come for me, so why am I gonna go for them?
Yeah, like we were talking with the sampling thing in the car.
Yeah.
So I agree. He isn't gonna file. By the way, I'm just questioning. Me bringing this up is, does he have a right to? Could he?
Unless there's anything written in paper, like
I don't think he will. By the way, that like you're saying it, like I'm saying I think he will. I don't think he will.
Right.
I completely don't think he will. But could he? Does he have a right to? Is my question here. But yeah, this shit's really corny. I guess I'll read the post that went with it. We had to come with something awesome for our costume photo ops for Astronomicon. We couldn't decide on one. Yeah, they're doing a freak show thing too, which by the way is another era where they're with ICP type of thing. The whole thing is just rather tired at this point. That they're still trying to make money off of their old shit to me. Especially when Dark Lotus, I mean, I'm almost sick of saying it. These are Violent J ideas. You know what I mean? Like, and if you truly want to move on, why are you still using Violent J's ideas? Allegedly, Certified Psychos was going to be the last time they performed any psychopathic era material. I saw that news story. But they closed out the shows with doing Lotus gimmick shit and Psychopathic Riders gimmick shit. Ideas from back then. I don't know, man. This shit's just very weird optics to me. Kind of corny to me. Definitely interesting, though, that they're using the Dark Lotus. That's the reason I wanted to bring this up, is that I did it again. They're using the actual name Dark Lotus, not just Lotus. On any of the tour stuff that they did, they used Lotus. This is the first time they've used Dark Lotus. Anyway, I think we're done. I think they're wrapping shit up. If anyone's got any questions, we only did an hour and a half tonight. Let's do some questions in the chat to wrap this up. But I think we're basically done for the night. We want to go watch this Scream 4 gimmick and chill.
I want to put on my pajamas. I'm kind of already wearing my pajamas. Corn
is greater than creamed corn.
Yeah.
Songs of Sam Hain albums have been dope. I'd go to a tour for that. That's Twisted's Halloween gimmicks. The first one I liked. I don't think I've listened to much of the other ones. I think I heard some of the third one. Violent J always has ideas, but uses other people to put them out. The cards, the Dark Lotus, all that revolves around the team pushing it. There's a certain element of that. He definitely uses other people. Uses his brother Jump Steady to help with the verbiage and all that. Obviously uses Shaggy's enthusiasm as a hype man. He's used that for years. But a lot of this stuff, when you really go down to it, man, comes to Violent J. It's J is the large creative force behind a lot of this stuff. Like we were playing the Shaggy 2 Dope solo record, Fuck the Fuck Off, in the car. I mean, damn near every song is Violent J on the hook. And not purely speculation, I would assume that's because Violent J probably wrote a lot of those hooks or helped craft a lot of those hooks. So even the Shaggy 2 Dope solo record isn't necessarily fully a Shaggy 2 Dope solo record, because you can hear Jay on every fucking song. I don't know. Just wanted to give some love to Violent J once again on here.
I feel like Shaggy don't get enough credit.
Shaggy deserves credit, by the way. I mean, when we were listening to Fred Fury in the car, I was talking about how much Shaggy shines on that shit. Shaggy notoriously doesn't get enough verses, though, on ICP projects. That's why it's always so funny to me every time a new ICP album drops. You see the people saying like, you know, Shaggy didn't get enough time on this record. I mean, that's every record really. I want Shaggy to do his own solo record, where he really has the majority of the creative control, because even Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfucker was, the original version was kind of co-produced with the help of Young Wicked, and then they sort of revamped that material with DJ Clay. So DJ Clay kind of stepped in. I don't think Violent J has much of a creative process. I'd like to see an album that's like just Shaggy and maybe like Kuma in the studio with that the Eddie Vedder song that they did. Maybe someone just to help Shaggy run the board a little bit more, and let Shaggy actually be the full creative force behind a project. I think that would be dope.
I'm a Shaggy head ass. I love Shaggy.
Yeah, Shaggy. She's definitely a Shaggy mark for real. The brother of Eddie, yeah. The buddy of Eddie. Fuck.
Offended
Nugget is
Nugget.
greater than ICP.
Yes. Y'all, I can't clag no
Misfits
more.
greater than Twisted. ABK greater than
Offended
Underground
Nugget
Rapper.
for life. Offended Nugget for life.
Working on.
Offended Nugget for life.
Looking forward to meeting you too, Davey.
Oh, hell yeah. Come find us. You can't miss us.
Is Spooky getting on his... Nodus is greater than Dark Lotus. I don't... that's tough for me. Probably, yeah. Yeah, I think Nodus is probably greater than Dark Lotus. I probably like more Nodus albums. Twisted is greater than Dark Lotus. I don't know if I can agree with that. There's some good Twisted shit.
Remember when we first...
Riders is greater than Dark Bogus.
When we first met, and I was like, I had this one song, and I was like, which I listened to, Past the Axe came up somewhere, like, on one of my playlists, like, years ago, and I was listening to it, and I sent it to you, and I was like, this sounds like ICP, and you were like, it is.
Yeah, Andrew just said something interesting that had an idea pop in my head. I like this, but I actually have an idea. Shaggy and Dev should do an album together. You know what I think they should do? The two Shaggys should make a fucking album together. Shaggy and Shaggy.
That would be dope.
Because I think Shaggy the Airhead's kind of bouncy, kind of fun, loopy production.
I like that.
They should do the Shags the Clown album with the two Shaggys. That would be fresh. That would be fresh. Halloween Tape 2 is greater than Unlikely Prescription. Yo, thank you.
Shaggy balls and shaggier balls.
Halloween Tape 2 is like the one of my older boys too. Thank you.
Tenders greater than nuggets. Spooky. Come on now. Come on now.
Offended Nugget. Very offended Nugget. By the way, shouts out to Emily's new glasses. I don't know if y'all have noticed. I don't think anyone said anything in the chat.
No.
Emily rocking some new glasses.
I can see.
She's no longer as blind.
It's wonderful.
Question from Lil Ninja. Do you think you would do a song with Ice? Yes. Yes. Yes, of course. Yes. Even if Violent J is 70 and you're like 60, you're overaging me a little bit. But yes, of course. I would love to.
Taffy said, that bitch looks smart.
I told her when she first tried them on, she looked like a little grandma sitting there.
I did kind of, though. Killer specs. Thank you.
I'm not 10. I'm like more like fucking 17 years younger than Jay. Actually, is that exactly what I am?
How old is he?
He's like just over 50?
So then, no.
Almost rough.
That would
No,
be
I'm
like
I'm like 15.
That'd be like 13.
I'm like
14.
15 years younger than Jay. Mm-hmm.
The moon.
Everyone going to JuggalOhio should put the moon as the next JuggalOhio location.
If you told me you were Light's brother, I would believe you.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Interesting. I've never heard that one before. Like I look like Light, or I don't think. Do I look like Light? Or sound like Light?
Mushroom Heel. I love mushrooms. Like the food, though.
I say combine Killjoy Club and Supervillains for a super duper group. Weren't they gonna bring supervillains back at some point? Weren't they gonna do a lot of things though at some point? Bloody Brothers. Where's Woe though? I mean, are we just getting Woe at the Gathering at this point? I'm just so baffled that like the Whoa thing got the pause button hit on it clearly. Like they clearly Jay hit the pause on Whoa and was like, I'm doing a fucking solo record.
You've
instead.
always reminded Davey Scorsese of
Trevor
Trevor
Moore.
Moore.
The whitest kids you know, dude.
That's cool.
Rest in peace to Trevor, by the way.
Yo, Emily, at the gathering, want to split a pizza with pepperoni and green peppers, mushrooms, olive chives.
Got her.
Therapy.
Got her. Got her that time.
Pepperoni and green peppers, mushrooms, olive chives. Need therapy.
Yeah, I love Trevor, man. Whitest Kids You Know is really, I feel like slept on and
I
underrated.
liked that show. That show was good.
I feel like a lot of younger kids at this point or whatever. It's kind of like an older show now. Like,
yeah,
you can find all of that shit on YouTube, by the way. I think all of Whitest Kids is just on the Whitest Kids YouTube because it's like not on streaming and the DVDs are like stupid expensive to find. Yeah, go check out Whitest Kids You Know if y'all have never seen that. There's some really good sketch comedy. Trevor's rap songs are so fucking dope, man. Definitely low key kind of an influence on me. Some of that goofy shit. My theory on Woe being pushed back is that because they are stalling the 6th. If you remember, Davey, like a couple of gatherings back, Jay does like a speech talking about how he wants to speed up. How they're getting older and they need to speed up doing this. They need to get to that third deck faster. So I don't know if that's still the case. If they're trying, I mean, that's why I'm like a little bit doubtful on them trying to slow down. To me, it's definitely weird that they didn't put the shit out and announced a new project instead. Remember the Clown Compound? I sure do. What a weird concept.
Is my fave system song.
The Clown Compound was when I'm like, oh, are we going full cult with this shit? Oh, goddamn, we're going full cult with this shit. It would be kind of dope if they did the Clown Compound, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, that's a fucking good song. My favorite system song is Vicinity of Obscenity.
I like that first album in general, man. Picking a favorite song's kind of tough.
Vicinity of Obscenity is always going to be my favorite system song, but pretty much I don't think there's a system song that I don't fucking like. I love every single fucking System of a Down song.
I gotta listen to them newer. Did we listen to...
I made you listen.
We stopped at Mesmerize or Hypnotize. In that era, we stopped, though.
Yeah,
no, did we even get to that?
Yeah, we did.
Still, this album, I think, is when we stopped.
I don't fucking remember.
I don't think we even got to Mesmerize, Hypnotize. We were listening to mad like discographies on our gathering road trip, and I think System was one of them. Favorite Violent J haircut? I love that question. Favorite Violent J haircut? Gotta be dreadlocks for me, man.
Wake up. Makeup.
I really like dreadlock J.
Shake up.
Great Malenko dreadlocks where they're super long and they look super scary and shit.
The drum track to Intervision is insane. Yeah, that shit is wild.
I did not steal this album. I did not. Yeah, the dreads is the freshest look. It's definitely... You know, when he was coloring his spiky hair, I just saw Whoop Conda say blue spiky hair. He does like 3 or 4 different, maybe 2 or 3 different colorways in fucking Big Money Hustlers. I wish Jay would have done that more. Some more dye jobs, because he looks fresh as fuck with that blue and red and shit in Big Money Hustlers. He didn't really do that very much though. Humble should cut his hair short and dye it blonde for the men in Black Song Redux. No, thank you. I'm not cutting this hair until I'm going embarrassingly bald.
That's not happening.
It's not embarrassing yet. Well, maybe, is it?
That's not happening.
No, it's not embarrassing yet.
That's not happening.
Next, Humble Among an introspective look at Violent J's hairstyles over the years. That's not bad. I would do that with Emily's help. That would be like an Emily collab video for sure, where we go through and be like, Emily, what do you think of this haircut? Yo, there would be some really good ones too, because he had some really fucking weird ones for a while there. That bizarre, like, kind of Shaggy era where he's like trying to like get the dreads going again, but they're not really sticking. I used to have dreads, Little Ninja. In high school, I had dreads. Jason Mewes was in Big Money Wrestlers. Yes, he is, and he pissed his pants a few times in that shit. You're right, though. Dreadlocks is his best stuff. There's the tattoo. I'm going to get the clowns. I'm going to have dreadlocks. COC Flap Top for the win. I like that. Yo, that flap top is a wild look. I have 5 dreads. Want one? Come to the gathering.
He really do, though.
At least ask before you take one, though.
He really do, though. Oh, my God.
Oh, crap. Big Money Rustlers is so stupid, but I fucking love it, man. Rustlers over hustlers all day. I like rustlers over hustlers, by the way. That's a conversation. I have an unpopular opinion, I think. Look at that dome. Look at that wig. Speaking of fucking hairstyles, holy shit.
Yeah.
Really looking like an old grandma librarian vibes or something. All right, I think on that note, we're going to stop. We're going to end the broadcast. I think this is a subtle way of telling me she's done.
I'm tired.
She's tired. All right, I love y'all. Whoop, whoop. Thrusters. Oh, wouldn't it be cool? All right, I'm nerding out. She's tired. I love y'all. Whoop, whoop. Have a good night. Next Humble Among broadcast system sometime in the middle of the week, perhaps, depending on how much news stuff I'm able to collect. Yeah.
We love you, Whoopconda.
We love you. Whoop, whoop. Good night.
I love all of you.
We love all of you.
But Whoopconda said he loves us, so.
All right, y'all. Padussy Lip.
Yoda's left Padussy Lip. You ain't seen that? You ain't seen that?
That's a name I haven't seen in here.
Yoda's
left Padussy Lip.
He been in here all night.
Yo, shouts out to Yoda's left Padussy Lip.
Lil Tabby, we love you too. He been in here.
How have I missed that all night?
I don't fucking know.
I ignore the chat too much.
He been in here, dog.
I'm sorry I ignore the chat, y'all. I love y'all. Whoop whoop. Have a good night.
I gotta pee.
She's gotta pee. I'm gonna drag this on a little bit longer.
Stop. Boop.
End broadcast.
Bye.
Bye. Whoop whoop.
Bye. Bye.
No, really,
Bye.
for real.